Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today is a very exciting day. I am off to Newquay in Cornwall. It's like a 5+ hour train journey from central London. It's boiling hot today. It's 90+ degrees. I've put pants on for the first time in days. So I'm gonna document my journey to Cornwall, let you know what it's like to take the train for a 5+ hour journey, kind of still post COVID-19. I've got my mask ready to go. And what I'm also gonna cover in this video is my hotel stay in Newquay, as well as what I get up to. Weather's not looking great, so let's keep our fingers crossed and off we go. Hey guys, I made it to Newquay about over 5 hours later on 2 different trains. I safely made it here. So train number 1, both of them were Great Western Rail. I booked a first class ticket, treat yourself. Well, it was a long train ride and it wasn't that much more expensive. So I booked a first class ticket from London's Paddington Station to Par because there's only, I think there was only one direct train in the morning and it was completely sold out. So I had to take a connecting one with a 10-minute connection, which was a little stressful. So the first leg of the train journey went really well. And the train itself was fine. First class air conditioning, there's plugs for your phone or your laptop. The Wi-Fi didn't work, but I didn't expect it to. But the funny thing that happened on the train is literally on the first train, there was like that guy on the train, British guy, and he kind of got on the train, like took a set of seats for 4 people when he was one person traveling alone. I mean, I'm traveling by myself and I took a seat for 1. So he took a seat for 4 by himself, sat down, spread out all these things all over the table, so it was really clear no one was allowed to share with him, and then proceeded to take his mask off, down off of his chin, and for an hour and a half straight was on phone calls with no mask on, talking so loud in a small train car that all of us, like, I had to crank my music up so loud not to hear every single word of his conversation. So as if that wasn't annoying enough, the fact that he wasn't wearing a mask, you are required by law to wear a mask on the trains. So the 2 women that were sitting next to me, one of them was pregnant actually, they complained to the train staff and the train staff came and had a word with him, and oh my god, it was such great drama. He just starts like being like, well, I've seen other people walk by not wearing masks, and we're like, what the act, like, he was just trying to deflect, number 1. Number 2, we then like myself and all the other, which were all women mind you, around him, stood up and were like, excuse me, you've been not wearing a mask for over an hour and a half on phone calls, incredibly loud on the train, and you're required to wear a mask. You know, put the mask on. Stop trying to blame this on other people. The train conductors can go throughout the train and tell anyone else not wearing a mask to wear a mask, just like they're telling you. And he got so defensive, and then later he stopped the train guy again and he's like, I saw someone walking by without a mask. You need to go have a word with them. I'm feeling singled out because you're making this personal against me, and I've seen someone else not wearing a mask, and you have to go assure me you've talked to them. And I was like, oh, now we're being a diva about mask wearing, are we? And mind you, he's only wearing the mask up to here, so his whole nose is out. And then the women next to me started railing on him for that. I've never been more proud of my life. It was literally like, it was so great because, you know, people like that, they just have such a disregard for A, other people, and B, the rules. And you know, I was very proud to see people stand up for it, and I jumped in as well because I felt like, you know, the rule is wear a mask. I literally was wearing a mask. I ate all my food before I traveled, and then when I did want to have sips of water, I took the mask off quickly and like put it back on. So I was trying to be as responsible as I could. But yeah, that's the new normal. We have to wear a mask. Even a 5-hour train ride, you've got to wear a mask. So I was a bit worried because our train took off 7 minutes late and I had a 10-minute connection at Par, and there was no train coming for another hour to Newquay. But thankfully we made up some of the time on the train journey there, and I had about 5 minutes then to connect my train, which was okay. Made it, no problem. I was just walking up and over a platform. And then the second train was a very local train. It was only 2 cars and no air conditioning, but they also had plugs. It worked, no first class. We got to Newquay a lot faster than we expected because it's like such a local train. They basically go through all the passengers on the train and ask them where they're getting off. So unless they either A, know someone's stopping there, or B, see someone waiting on the platform, they just don't stop, they keep going. So I arrived at Newquay train station, and honestly, I just expected to see a taxi rank there and no taxis. So I saw a sign for a taxi company, and I proceeded to go walk towards it, and there was like a massive flight of stairs, and I'm with my suitcase. So I just called the number on the sign, and they're like, yep, someone will be there in 10 minutes to pick you up. So I did that. So now I've got a taxi company number, and it is about a 10-minute taxi ride, or there is a bus you can take as well up to the hotel. So I might even see about the bus later on. So that's a thing, so you can do that. I need to figure out how the buses work, if you have to like pay in cash or you can just tap your card in, so stay tuned on that. But the 10-minute taxi ride was like £9, so not so bad. Driver was lovely, gave me a lovely kind of overview of Newquay and what we were seeing on the way here. Didn't wear a mask in the car, but we had all the windows open, so I wore my mask. Just seems a bit more relaxed out here, I guess, compared to London. Yeah, so I think next up I'm just gonna clean myself up a little bit, and there's actually there's the Southwestern coastal walk that you can do directly from the hotel all the way into Newquay, and because it's not raining and the weather is just cloudy, I think I'm gonna give it a go. So let's see how that goes, but I will of course bring you along with me and let you know how that experience is. And actually, so this is my hotel room as well. I'm at the Watergate Bay Hotel. It is lovely. I've just filmed a hotel room review on this as well, so that will be live on my channel, so stay tuned for that. But I am super happy with my pick of hotels so far, so off to a great start. One semi-change of outfit later, and I want to go do that Southwestern cliff walk into Newquay. So we're gonna attempt it. Let's see how it goes, and of course you're gonna come along with me and we're gonna take some beautiful, beautiful footage. All right, so we've just started the cliff walk, and I think it's like a 40-minute walk to the next beach, so let's see how it goes. I'm already feeling a bit warm, so let's see if I lose the jacket completely. All right, oof, jacket is off. It's only like, I think high 60s here, but compared to London, it just feels a lot more humid. So excited to continue on with the cliff walk. Let's see what happens. We're still a very short way in so far, but the path is getting a little more interesting up ahead. This beach is just incredible. Me again. So compared to the white cliffs of Dover, I actually really like this Southwestern coastal walk because you don't get so dangerously close to the cliff. There's lots of barricades and or like brush kind of up that you wouldn't want to kind of go past. So I'm in a pretty like inland spot at the moment, but even when we've been closer to the cliff's edge, there's just been like barbed wire, all of these kind of things up so people can't get too close to the edge, which I have to say I was quite scared at the White Cliffs of Dover, so I actually really am appreciating this. And it's just a really nice walk, although I kind of wish I was wearing shorts and like workout clothes, because it's definitely a workout, that's for sure, but so far really amazing. And then on the other side of me, I don't know if you can really see it, but there's this really beautiful wildflower field, and in the back it's very hazy and foggy, but you can see the wind turbines. So yeah, it's a shame that it's not clear out to show you today, but as you can see, I'm very much barricaded in. There is no way to go except forwards or backwards, so we march on. What does that mean? Do not enter corn buntings? I guess, does that mean barbed wire? Interesting. Looks like pretty soon we might be coming up to another scenic vista up that way, which I am excited about because just been walking. I'll just show you what the road looks like. I mean, I'm wearing sneakers. I would highly recommend wearing sneakers. It's a little rocky, it's a little uneven, but with sneakers, it's super easy to walk it. So consider yourself warned. I wouldn't do this in flip-flops, even though we are near the beach, people. So I don't want to dare and get any closer. It's such a shame. It's so much prettier in real life than it is on camera because it's so foggy. But wow, that is just a dramatic view. Look at how, I don't know if you can tell on camera, but look at how blue the water looks. And I don't know if you can hear that crashing of the waves either. I'm also taking some photos, so in case the video camera looks really foggy, I'll also put the pictures in here. Wow. It's just so foggy. I can see a little bit more of it off camera, but it just looks like pure fog above. I'm sorry if this is a very disappointing cliff walk to you. I hope my pictures come out better so I can show you just the sheer natural beauty, but don't let my experience discourage you. If you come here on a clear day, you've got to do this walk. It's awesome. Oh, I'm recording, haha. Okay, I didn't realize I was recording right there. Ha ha ha. Try and take some cheeky selfies. So I'm in a very like green inland area, but I'm very close to like the next big beach, I think, after Watergate Bay that you can get to via land. Because the other ones I was walking by, it seems like you must have to arrive by boat, because I saw a lot of kayakers there, and it didn't seem like there were really people kind of like hanging out on the beach. But this is a really, really, really lovely walk. And in front of me, which I'll flip the camera around in a minute, you can start to see Newquay kind of unfolding in front of you, although I don't know if you're going to be able to see it with the fog, but let's see. So you can see the path that I'm walking on, but I don't think you can see, so if you see where like that's on the horizon, I can actually see all the homes of Newquay appearing, but I don't think it's showing up so well on camera. But in the meantime, let's just enjoy this magnificentness. Want to go down to the beach? There's a whole heck of a lot of steps, but it is possible. Okay, so I'm just walking on past, I think it's pronounced, I'm gonna butcher this, Whipsidary Beach? Oh my gosh, I really wanted to go walk all the way down, but I'm realizing I still have a long ways to go before I hit Newquay, so I'm going to truck on. But I think if there were to be another nice day, I would be willing. It's a very, very arduous trek down a lot of very slippery, sand-filled stairs, and yeah, it just wasn't quite up for it at the moment, but oof, that beach with the sea stacks and everything, absolutely outstanding. So now, look what we've got up ahead of us. I don't know if you can see this, but it's like a whole peninsula that goes out. And I think that is Portis Beach on my left, which I'm curious where this goes to, or if you just go to the end of the peninsula and come back, but we're gonna find out. More adventures ahead. Ah, the fog is lifted. So nice. So nice. Now we're filming into the sun, which doesn't help, but off we go. Where we'll end up, nobody knows. So coming this way has been 100% worth it. I've just arrived at an area with incredible rock formations and sea stacks, and the ground is very tough around me. It makes me wonder like what happened, did part of the cliff fall in or something, but I'm gonna get a little bit closer to see if I can get some more pictures. It's just absolutely breathtaking. In front of me are doing this hike with a baby and a baby carriage, and they're pushing them through this path and stairs. I'm super impressed on that because I don't think I would be up for doing that, I'll tell you that much. But we're going down a little bit more of a precarious path now, so let's see where we go. Oh, this sign basically says there's obscured cliffs and the dogs get too scared to move and they have to be rescued. Well, let's go see what that means. Oh, we're gonna go up and over. Let's see what we've got to see here first. Oh, some people have put love locks down here. That's quite cool. Wow. That is absolutely outstanding. And then the other side, we've got the other side of the beach. I guess you can walk all the way under. I think we're gonna have to go all the way up to the top. I have to say, we've been quite lucky, or I've been quite lucky so far, where coming from Watergate Bay down, literally you're either walking flat or downhill. This is the first big uphill climb I'm gonna do, which I imagine if you were to do this hike in reverse going up to Watergate Bay, you'd be hill climbing, so consider yourself warned. I feel like I'm about to have my Rocky moment because the very top there's like a flight of stairs. So cue the music. These legs are ready for it. And actually, first rule of cross-country runners, who I used to run cross-country, just look one foot in front of the other. And don't look at how much you're climbing because then it hurts less. Oh my gosh. Let's see. Wow, hope the top is worth it. Oh wow. And we're here. I actually can go a little bit further that way as well. All right, what do we see? You can go over that way as well. Oh my God, the water is just so cerulean blue. That's incredible. This is the other side. The other side we've got waves and people surfing. By the way, it must be low tide because, okay, so you see the water here, people are swimming and surfing. But then if we pan over to my left, you see, okay, lots of sand. Lots of sand. Like, I mean, what is that, like a quarter or half a mile worth of sand? That's pretty crazy. You have to go all the way from way out there, all the way along this, and then, yeah. I can't tell you how much I'm pinching myself right now. It's just so incredible to be surrounded by so much incredible natural beauty. I mean, this hike alone, I mean, well, I've probably been doing this maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours at this point. This alone made the trip worth it, and I just highly recommend this if you come to Cornwall, and specifically to Newquay. Make some time, spend some time here, and do hikes, go to the beaches. I definitely am not spending enough time here to go to all the great beaches, but I have a good feeling I'll be coming back. All right, now we walk back down. Oh, I can't get over how stunningly beautiful this place is. Oh. Wow. That is just outstanding. This is the same view that I showed you from the bridge, and I had a look up at what this place is called, and it's actually called Trevalog Head. Although I'm probably not pronouncing that correctly, but wow. It's just outstanding. All right, you can't see me. The light is changing. Now we're gonna go back a different way. I don't know why this lighting is so weird. We're now gonna go back a different way, more towards, what is it, the Portis beach. There's another kind of part of the coastal path that hugs around it. So remember how I said I was looking at like that loop and not getting it? This is the other part of the loop. Yeah, so I guess if you were more adventurous, you could climb down to the beach from here, but clearly I am not that, so we're gonna stick to the path. Now you can see, went all the way up to the top there, which is pretty amazing. And now we're gonna continue on towards the beach. I need to have a look at the map and see where this coastal path picks up from here. So what does one look like after a series of cliff walks? This. So as you can tell, I am back in my hotel room. I actually took the bus into, gosh, I still have like marks on myself from the mask. I tried to take the bus into town and I did it successfully. It's like £2.30 for like a one-way bus ride from like Portis Bay Beach into town. It was like a 10-minute bus ride. And then I had spotlighted a burger bar place on the beach I wanted to try for dinner, and I got there and they're like, yeah, so we're not serving anymore. I'm like, oh, ugh. So that was a bummer. So I decided to, I called the taxi company that, I'll leave their number below. There's like, I think there's like 1 or 2 major taxi companies in Newquay, because there were no buses coming back then until like 9:30 p.m. So I'm gonna clean myself up and see what the hotel can do for me for dinner. Hello everyone. I am feeling no pain because I've had 1 large glass of rosé and somehow I brought another back to my room. Oops. In my defense, I was going to enjoy it outside overlooking the ocean and the sunset. I did see the sunset, but just after the sun went down, it started raining. So it's still pretty early in the evening, and I was hoping before it actually properly got dark, I could just, I don't know that I would have finished that glass, and I don't know that I will finish that glass, but just thought, oh, I'm enjoying my time here. I'm editing my photos. It's this gorgeous lounge bar on the ocean. I'll just keep sipping on rosé until I'm ready to go in. And Mother Nature unfortunately decided to intervene, and you know, looking at the weather forecast tomorrow, it does look like it's going to rain most of the day, so I'm not really sure what's in store for tomorrow, but as of right now, I am gonna get into my pajamas, I'm gonna sip on some rosé, and I'm gonna keep editing those photos. They're turning out so amazing, and I'm just having all the amazing memories from that hike that I did earlier today. It was such a great hike, and I'm just feeling so blessed and so happy to be here, and especially to be at the Watergate Bay Hotel, because having dinner on that, I mean, granted I had lunch on that patio, but having dinner on that patio, watching the sunset, there's just nothing better. Chilled glass of rosé, a tomato, feta, and chickpea salad with these preserved lemons. Okay, like preserved lemon, like the dried kind of preserved lemon on a salad, game changing. And then on top of that, I was a bit indulgent and had a fried chicken burger, which was, I didn't even really enjoy the chips as much, but like the fried chicken burger, everything I wanted it to be and more. So very, very happy with kind of how tonight went down. Of course, looking probably a little worse for the wear because the wind outside, but a really great first night in Newquay. And I'm just really hoping, because I've got this full whole day tomorrow, that I can go do some of the cliff walks that I want and see the other half of Newquay. Otherwise, let's see. The hotel's already told me they don't really have dinner space at their proper sit-down restaurant, so if they don't, I'm probably gonna end up at the same place I was at 2 nights in a row. Or like 2 meals in a row. Sorry, not 2 nights in a row, because I've only been here 1 night, but yeah. Anyways, I'm rambling, so I'm gonna sip my rosé, edit my pictures, and just have a really good night's sleep. So talk to you guys tomorrow.